have a true habit, you start building a relationship with God until you start allowing him to get into your innermost being. When you start allowing him to dwell on the inside of you, when you start allowing him to live on the inside of you, at that point, that's when the Most High God can cover you. That's when he can show up and show out. That's when he can come to your rescue. Any other time, it's not that he won't. Because he says, I reign on the just as well as the unjust. And sometimes he'll cause the car to stop because he remembers your mother's prayers, your father's prayer, your grandmama's prayer. And so for that reason, he'll have mercy on you. But it don't mean you got a relationship with it. But if you want to have access, immediate access, you got to build him a habitation. You notice in the Bible, every time Jesus got ready to perform a miracle, he never went back and said, oh, hold on, let me go pray. Hold on, let me go fast. Hold on, let me go do it. Why? Because he continued to always build a habitation for his Father. Even here in the earthly, when he would work miracles, when he would pray, when he would do stuff, he would always escape the crowd, even escape his disciples. He would be like, go ahead, I'm coming. But he would go somewhere and steal away and spend time with his Father. Spend time getting to know him the more. Spend time building a relationship. Spend time building rapport. That's why sometimes you don't have a habitation. You don't have no rapport. You have to build rapport. Even with your family, even with your parents, you build rapport. Y'all say no. When they first come, you may not, this is my little darling, this and that. But as soon as they start getting up, and we hear Elder Maxie tell us all the time, I think it was Thursday night, he was preaching about Sarah. I'm talking about she wanted a car. He said, but your actions and how you handle stuff make me say you don't need no car. You scare me. If I give you a car, then I cannot trust you. And we are quick to say, especially let the child mess up and you'll take stuff away. And they'll be like, man, you'll never let me do nothing. And then what's the first thing parents like to say? Well, you need to show me you can handle me. You know you did such and such and such and such. You lost my respect. You lost my trust. But how in the world do we as parents say that to our children, but we don't understand that God is saying that to us? Because when he told you to get down on your face, when he told you to go left, you went right. When he told you to forgive those that despitefully used you, when he told you to do good to those that didn't treat you right, when he told you to bless those that needed to be blessed, and you been when he told you, listen, when he told you, I need you to pay your 10%. Give your tithes and your offering. Will a man rob God? And you be like, yeah. But you don't do what you're supposed to. But yet and still, you're saying, but God, I build a habitation. And listen, don't get me wrong. Some of us have been there. But what happens is God will check you on it. And see, what happens is you refuse to be checked out and refuse to do anything different. So when he checks you on it, now you allow the enemy a gateway into the habitation. You allow him a place to come in and sow discord. Because you refuse to make sure your house stay clean. And you refuse to make sure the doors stay closed. You come into the secret place, but you leave the door open. You come into the secret place, but you leave the window raised up. And so when he show up and show his ugly head, and I got news for you. The only thing is that it's only for so long that God will stay there to have mercy. He'll talk to you. And after a while, you'll look up and your habitation will be clean empty of God because he will have moved on. Because he said, I don't dwell in any unclean place. But when I create a habitation for him, and I'm getting ready to stop. When I create a habitation for him, I got Sister Liz stuck right now. At least that's what she said the other day. She might be none changed as of Tuesday night. But when I build a habitation of him and I create that place for him, Then I can say like Jacqueline Carr says on her song, Stay With Me. See, on her song, she talks about, sometimes you have company that comes over and you want your company to go. And after 3 days, my mama always say, fish start to stink. So even when we be on vacation and we would go and see family and members and stuff like that, after 3 days, and most times we didn't get to the third day, but we would stay there about 2 days. And my mom would be like, come on, man, it's time for us to go. We leaving tomorrow. And the people like, no, don't leave. And she's like, no, baby, we got somewhere else. We trying to go see something else. And we be like, but mommy, we should have stayed. She's like, after what I told you, after 3 days, they met. But mama, they said they want us here. She's like, people talk with their mouth, but they talk about you when you leave. And if we're going to stay in that city more than 3 days, well, guess what? We're going to find a hotel. Let me take me and my children and get out of y'all hair. And so, but what Jacqueline says about it, she said, but God, you are the company that never has to leave. You're the company I don't want to leave. You're the company that I want to dwell with me all the time. So stay with me. Stay with me. Are you creating a habitation for God? And you said, God, whatever you do, don't leave me. Whatever you do, stay right here with me. Stay. Stay. Stay, because I'm coming for what you got for me. I'm coming after. Listen, you promised me double, but I don't want you to stay here and just give me the double. Even after you give me the double, stay here. Even after you blow my wildest expectation, I still want you to stay here. Only thing I want you to do is increase yourself in me. Increase how you live with me. Increase in what you do in me. Have your way in me, God. Dwell in me, God. Let me come one with you. Let me abide with you and you abide with me. Let me walk. Let every step I take be with you. Let every step I move in be with you. Let me sound like you. Let me live like you. Let me think like you. That's where I'm at right now. Listen, I'm ready for the ridiculous God to show out. I'm ready. And see, what I'm telling you tonight is, how do you get the double? How do you get him to move ridiculousness in your life? You got to get in position to allow him to dwell in you. You got to be crazy enough to believe that for God I live and for God I die. You got to believe that God can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, because he's dwelling in me. So he's going to rise up and give me the strength I need to move forward. He's going to give me what I need to take on this giant. I might look like a shrimp to this giant, but that giant ain't nothing to me, because don't you understand? The master dwells in me. And the one that says, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell, there's that word again, they that dwell therein, they that create the habitation for me, I'll be with them. I don't know. Y'all can tell I'm happy. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but God has been messing me up. Hey, listen, when Shani gave us the breakdown of it yesterday, and then everywhere I go, listen, I already was trying to come for more of him. I already was coming for him. I already was looking for him. I already was seeking for him. But what I understood is that I get to control it. How do I get to control it? One of the things that God gave her and that she began to give us, and I'm going to share it with you so you'll know, how do I get him to create a habitation? How do I create a habitation? One of the things he gave her was with praise. My praise opens up the door. My praise summons him. My praise causes him to come and want to inhabit there. The other piece to it is how I get him to stay there. I build a relationship. I make sure he's desired there. I make him feel like he's wanted. Listen, I'm not married, but listen, some people, your husband leave, your wife leave, because if you come home all the time and you are, what you doing here? Why you here? And this and that. Oh man, you home already? After a while, they start looking outside. You don't want me here. They start saying, you know what? I feel less than. And then they start looking other places. And sometimes they don't always go and get no boo. Sometimes everybody, it's not always that. Because if they get the right one, I seen some say, I don't want no other woman. I don't want no other man. And you be like, what? Nah, I'm good. You be like, but no, I'm good. I promise you I'm good. Then, the first thing we say, you funny then, huh? You starting to, no, I don't want nobody else, but I surely don't want, because your bad experience, and I don't know who I'm talking to and why I'm talking, but you got to get to the place that you allow God to inhabit in you, that he began to clean out that mess, because God has something else for you. He has the perfect one. The thing is you married where he told you not to marry, and so now you are sour and you're bitter, and so now that's why you can't get somebody. But God is saying, if you allow me to inhabit, if you allow me to deal with the junk, if you allow me to deal with your attitude, allow me to deal with your mouth, allow me to deal with, I can't tolerate, then I can prepare you for something great. I can give you somebody that will cause you to laugh again. I can give you somebody that will cause you to smile. I can give you somebody that will love you unconditionally. I can give you somebody that will be ready to do anything for you and be with you in any way and not hurt you. But the problem is I can't get you to shut your mouth. I can't get you to change your attitudes. I can't get you to change it got to be my way or no way. One thing about it, I say I'm not married. I tell people all the time, I'm getting in my feelings these days. People be telling me, you can't tell me nothing, because I promise you, I have never been married to nobody. But the way I look at it, I have lived in a marriage for 43 years. Not a whole 43, because I wasn't born when it got there. But all my life up until my mama died. With the exception of the 7 that I moved out, but even then. You know how I can say that even then? Because they would both call me. One would call me and say, can you go by the store? Because mainly a lot of times it was my mama. Where you at? You home already? No. Well, your daddy wants some ice cream. So can you go and get us some ice cream? I ain't coming to y'all house. I don't stay next door. But I'm just saying, there are certain things that I saw in the marriage. There are certain things that my mother would say to us, no, you can't do that, because your daddy ain't going to go along with that. There was times that we would say, Daddy, we want to do this and that. Oh, and on vacation, I don't know how I got over here. On vacation, my daddy was a cool man. My mama, y'all know my mama liked to shop, and she could shop until she dropped. I can't say too much now, but as a kid, you be trying to get, especially, she really did it on vacation. So we trying to get back to the pool. We trying to get back to what we trying to get back to. And she would take us somewhere fun. We would go somewhere fun. Most times she did that up front. And she would tell us, listen, I didn't want to go to the amusement park yesterday either, but I went. And I didn't complain. So, no, you're going to do what I want to do today. Today is my day to do what I want to do. And my dad would go over there and just sit down. He wouldn't be having an argument. And me and my brother would be like, you know how little kids, Daddy, come on, let's go. Daddy, come on. Are you ready to go, Daddy? And he would be like, girl, sit your butt down. Sit down and hush. Your mama is going what she gonna do, and we gonna be quiet. But Daddy, but a good marriage says no, we gonna cooperate, because see, if I go over there and start something and argue, yeah, you gonna be ready to play and be happy again. But I gotta deal with this woman, because she gonna say Negro. Nah, we did. And even some of the stuff he wanted to do, she would cooperate to do it. So she would be saying no. And so that would cause for an argument. But because of his wisdom, because they had come together, because there's a come now, let us reason together. Listen, he understood, no, I'm going to put you all in check. We're not going to aggravate mama. We're going to sit down and wait. We're going to patiently wait. And y'all ain't going to act up. Some of y'all go back to the car. Because we used to be, well, can't we go to the car? No. We're going to sit right here. But daddy, and see now y'all got pacifiers for y'all kids. Y'all give them y'all phones, y'all tablets, and everything else. My daddy and my mama would say, if you don't sit your ear down, I need to show out with you? You gonna show out? I can show out right here with you. So then you learn to get yourself in order. And I don't care how much. And then you get to aggravating them too much. They be like, you want to go to the pool when we get back. I'm going to tear your butt up. And on top of that, you ain't going nowhere. So then you start. And then you sit there and you learn how to play with one another. You learn how to play with one another. I tell people all the time, my brother learned how to play slide and patty cake and everything else. When he would be around his friends, he didn't want to do it. But it's just me and you now, partner. It ain't nothing else to do. We ain't got no toys. We ain't got no dirt to play with. Come on, you going to teach me how to play slide? And then we would go, and we content. Because you learn, but understand, in that marriage, we could have cut up, and he could have cut up, and she could have cut up at different times, and it would have been a mess. It would have been a mess. But they understood that they were dwelling together. And like I said, I don't know why I got on that, and I'm breaking that back down, but back to the habitation, and we're going to close. Listen, all I'm saying is, saints of God, it is time for us to create a habitation. Listen, God is promising us. God has said he's giving us the double. He's releasing the double. He's releasing the ridiculous. But he wants us to create a habitation. Amen. So listen, I know it's Sunday night, and I really didn't plan on preaching that hard. I had no intentions of preaching that hard. But if y'all would engage me for at least 5 or 10 minutes, and I know y'all was praising, and I know it's like, it's just but honestly, I'm telling y'all, I promise y'all, I was not. Give me 5 minutes. I know it's 8 o'clock. It's Sunday night. But I just want us to take a few moments to start your building of your habitation. And we're going to just do that by simply blessing God, praising God. How do you build a habitation? It's your praises. It's your blessing. I'm telling you, when Shani started teaching that thing yesterday, and I began to think about, I don't know if y'all remember the sermon, the series that my mom preached about blessing the Lord. You got to bless the Lord. And she said you got to bless the Lord with everything on the inside here. I don't care if it's diabetes in you. Tell the diabetes on the inside of you to bless you. I don't care if you got good health. Tell your good health. Tell your lungs. Tell your kidneys. Tell whatever. And I didn't understand, but when she began to talk about your praise, while I was sitting over there, something on the inside of me, it began to trigger. And they say that's what it was about. Because I don't know about you, but when I was doing it, because she had taught us, and I was going home and getting in my apartment, and I just like, okay, I'm going to bless you, Lord. And I blessed the Lord. And I'm telling y'all, some of the most high times that I had, the Holy Ghost would just swoop down because I began to bless him. And I didn't understand. I was like, God, but when she began to talk about what praise do, I understood that really blessing him is praising him. It's telling him. Yes. And even if it's something bad, God, this thing that's on the inside of me, this lying tongue of mine, God, I command it to bless you. Yes. God, this hatred that's on the inside of me, I command it to bless you. And what happens is if it begins to bless it, it can't stay. It got to change. Whatever your situation. So I want you to just stand to your feet for a few moments. you can do praise, you can do blessing. I'm going to probably just leave with some blessings. I'm just going to begin to bless you with everything that's on the inside of it. Because we want to create a habitation. We want to create a place where he wants to be. We want to create a place where he desires. Lord, I bless you with the depths of my heart. I bless you with everything that's in me. I bless you with my mind. I bless you with my spirit.
We exalt you. Lord, we bless you. Lord, you're excellent.
I bless you. God, I calm this blood pressure.
You're righteous. You're wonderful.
The blood pressure.
Wonderful.
The bless you. God, I bless you with the blood pressure. I bless you. God, I bless you. I bless you with my attitude. I bless you. God, I cause my attitude to bless you. I cause my heart to bless you. I cause my soul.
I give you glory.
Bless you. God, let my kidneys bless you. God, let my back bless you. Let my hands bless you. God, I bless you. God, I bless you. I bless you with all my mind. I bless you with all my soul. God, let my feet bless you. I bless you with my feet. I bless you with my breath. I bless you with my lungs. Lungs of Washington. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Come on, tell your body to bless it.
You can build your
Come on, build the habitation. Come on, build the habitation. Come on, build the habitation. Come on, build your home. Build your habitation. I bless you with my mind. I bless you in my heart.
Give you glory.
God, any hatred in me, let it bless you. God, any unforgiveness, let it bless you. God, anything that is out of order in me, bless you. Let it bless you. Let it bless you. Let it bless you. My finances, I bless you. I bless you with my finances. I bless you with my bank account. I bless you. I bless you.
I'll stay right here.
Bless the Lord.
You can build your home on my worship.
Thank you for
dwell in me.
being my Lord. I bless you for being my Lord. I bless you for being my majesty. I bless you.
Can build your home on our worship.
Come on, build the habitation. Come on, build the habitation. Come on, build the habitation. Come on, build it. Come on, build it. Come on, build it.
You can build your home on my worship.
Any hatred, any unforgiveness, I command you to bless her. Anything that's not like you, I command you to bless her. I command you to bless her. That sin that I'm struggling with, I command you to bless her. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord.
Stay right here. You can build your home on my worship. I'll stay right here. I'm welcome. You can build your home on my worship.
God, we bless you. God, we bless you for this atmosphere. We bless you for your home. We bless you for this house. We bless you for these members. God, we bless you for the mighty church redeemed. We bless you for our pastor. We bless you for our leaders. We bless you for our deacons. We bless you for the deaconesses. We bless you for the elders. We bless you for the missionaries. We bless you for the ministers. We bless you, God, for our praise and worship. We bless you, God, for our praise and worship team. We bless you for the choirs. We bless you, God. We bless your name, God. God, we bless you for the God, we just thank you. God, we thank you for what you're doing. We thank you for what you're setting up. God calls us to create a habitation that cannot be penetrated. A habitation that cannot be destroyed. A habitation that will war, that will fight for us. God, let your habitation find us. Create the habitation. Stay with us.
We won't leave you.
Stay with us.
Please don't leave us. We won't leave you. 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 We'll stay with us. We'll stay with you. Please go with us. We'll go with you. Please go with us. We'll go with you. Lord, stay with us. We'll stay with you. We are staying.
We're going to ask the deacon to get the offering table.
You can build your home on my worship. We'll stay right here where you will.
Yes.
You can build your
Yes.
home.
Listen, saints. Build him a habitation. Don't let it be just a weekend getaway. Don't let it just a summer bungalow, but build God a habitation. Let your life become a habitation place for him. Let your life become a place where he dwells, a place where he lives, a place where he resides.
I'll stay right here where you're welcome. You can build
Even your
your
finances. Let it become a place for God. Listen, we're going to ask you to get your best offering. If you can, we'll actually, we know we don't have that many here. But listen, if you can, get your best seeds. Get at least $20 or $25 or whatever you can that's close to it. But let's build God a habitation. You can build a habitation, a spiritual habitation.